Do you want to know the truth? Sugar is killing you. Don't believe me? In this video, I'll explain what sugar really does, what your anxiety has to do with it, and more importantly, how you can restore any damages if it isn't too late already. To really understand what's happening, we need to break down what sugar even is. Here, let's simplify it. Sugar is a type of carbohydrate that tastes sweet. Now, carbohydrates are our body's primary source of energy and one of the three main macronutrients in our diet, along with proteins and fats. We also got fructose, glucose, and sucrose. Fructose is a type of sugar found in fruits, honey, and some vegetables. It's what makes fruits taste sweet. Then we have glucose, which is used by our bodies for energy. It's often called blood sugar because it circulates in our bloodstream and provides fuel for our cells. Last but not least, we have sucrose, which is the scientific name for table sugar. It's made up of two sugar molecules, glucose and fructose. When you eat something sweet like candy or cake, you're consuming sucrose. Great. Now that we have that figured out, why is it killing you? Let's break it down in simple terms so you can still follow along. The dangers of sugar are related to how our body processes it. When we consume too much sugar, especially in the form of added sugars in sugary drinks and processed foods, it can lead to metabolic diseases. These are health conditions that affect how our body uses and stores energy from food. Nothing to mess around with. When we eat too much sugar, it can cause our blood sugar levels to spike and lead to insulin resistance, where our cells don't respond well to insulin. Insulin, for those who don't know, is a hormone that regulates blood sugar. That eventually results in metabolic diseases like diabetes and obesity. Time to meet the mitochondria. Think of it as the powerhouses of our cells. They're responsible for turning the food we eat into energy that our body can use. They play a crucial role in our metabolism. Now, how is it all connected? Mitochondria are closely linked to metabolism because they're where most of our body's energy production takes place. When we consume too much sugar, it puts stress on our mitochondria. This stress can lead to mitochondrial dysfunction where they don't work as efficiently as they should. When this happens, our metabolism is affected. Now, it's important to note that not all sugars are the same when it comes to their impact on mitochondria. Let's take a closer look at the difference between fructose and glucose, for example. While glucose can be efficiently used by our body's cells for energy, fructose, especially from added sugars like high fructose corn syrup, can become problematic quite quickly. Consuming excessive fructose can overload our liver and lead to the mitochondrial stress we discussed earlier. When this happens, the liver accumulates harmful substances, produces more fat, and creates oxidative stress, which is similar to rust on our cells. Here in the United States, metabolic diseases and conditions associated with excessive sugar consumption affect more than 50% of the population. Shockingly, about 42.4% of adults in the U.S. are considered obese. 25% of Americans have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, with a significant portion going undiagnosed. Heart diseases remain the leading cause of death, and metabolic syndrome, which includes a cluster of conditions related to what we've discussed, is estimated to affect about 34% of adults in the United States. The statistics are alarming, and they only scratch the surface of the issue. Now, you might be thinking, surely this doesn't apply to me. I don't consume junk food, I carefully consider what I put in my body, and I maintain a healthy diet. However, the truth is that even health-conscious individuals are affected. A big driver of this health crisis is the presence of GMO sugars, or genetically modified organism sugars. These sugars are derived from crops that have had their genetic material altered to resist pests and herbicides. While GMO sugar itself may not differ from non-GMO sugar chemically, the cultivation process involving chemicals and modifications can impact your health. It's worth noting that over 90% of sugar beet acreage in the United States is genetically modified. This is why it's crucial to read food labels diligently to identify added sugars in processed foods, as they are a common source of excessive sugar intake for most people. Something else to avoid is refined sugar. When we refer to refined sugar, we're talking about sugars that have undergone processing, losing their natural components in the process. One crucial component often lost during this refining process is antioxidants. Antioxidants act as our body's defense system against harmful molecules known as free radicals, which can damage our cells, including the mitochondria. Now, when you consume refined sugar, it lacks these protective antioxidants. As a result, it can lead to increased oxidative stress within your body. Oxidative stress is like rust on your cells, causing damage over time. Now, why are mitochondria so important? Well, without them, our cells wouldn't have the energy they need to function properly. Everything we do, from moving our muscles to thinking, requires energy, and the mitochondria provide that energy. But here's the thing. Mitochondria are not just power generators. They're also involved in maintaining the health and stability of our cells. They help regulate various processes, including cell growth, cell death, and even our body's response to stress. So when the mitochondria get damaged, it can lead to a range of complications and health issues. Issues that can lead to weakness, pain, neurological disorders like migraines or seizures, metabolic disorders such as obesity, heart problems, vision loss, and the list goes on. All right, so mitochondria are responsible for turning the food we eat into the energy our body can use. However, when we consume too much sugar, it puts stress on our mitochondria, and this can lead to mitochondrial dysfunction. But here's where it gets even more concerning. Sugar consumption can lead to the depletion of essential nutrients, such as thiamine, also known as vitamin B1. Thiamine is vital for nerve function and overall health. When you consume sugar, especially in the form of refined sugars and carbohydrates, your body requires thiamine to metabolize that sugar for energy production. So when there is an increased need for thiamine due to high sugar intake, it can lead to thiamine deficiency, which can have adverse effects on the nervous system. One of the most well-known conditions associated with thiamine deficiency is a neurological disorder called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, which includes symptoms such as confusion, memory problems, and nerve damage. Thiamine deficiency can also affect mental health. Anxiety is one of the potential psychological symptoms associated with thiamine deficiency. Now, zinc is like the body's security guard for these tiny powerhouses. It acts as a powerful antioxidant, helping to combat oxidative stress and protect our cells, including the mitochondria, from damage. Here's where the sugar story takes a darker turn. Excessive sugar consumption can also lead to zinc deficiency and cause the body to excrete more zinc through urine. When zinc levels drop, oxidative stress can increase, further harming the mitochondria and contributing to metabolic dysfunction. So, just like with thiamine, sugar's impact extends beyond mere sweet indulgence. So, it's not just about the sugar itself. It's about the ripple effect it has on our mitochondria, our nutrient balance, and our overall health.